Hey there, welcome to another edition of Game School. Remember, there's no school like the old school, and I'm the headmaster. And so I haven't done one of these. I haven't done one of these casts for a while now, but I've just been playing a few really good VR games recently, and I just thought actually I better get out and sort of talk about it. But one in particular that is just been it's been all-consuming really. Now, anyone who is a fan of the Wipeout series or any racing games, and you happen to have a VR headset, this is an absolute must-buy. It's an absolute. It's going to become the sort of definitive VR game, I think. Until they produce maybe another headset or another console. It is that good. So the one I'm going to be talking about today is Wipeout Amiga Collection. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Now, just as a flat 2D game, it is pretty good. It is it's worth the money in itself. I really love the Wipeout series. It's the game, Wipeout, I think, is the game that anyone who's had a PlayStation, and they've been playing Wipeout, because it's a PlayStation exclusive game. It's the one that you would love to have been sitting in the cockpit, driving around these absolutely incredible vehicles, these hover vehicles around these tracks. And the dream is now, obviously not reality, virtual reality. And Sony released a patch not too long ago, and they released this patch really with no fuss, no announcement, nothing. It's been in the pipeline for a long time. I bought the game when it came. I can't remember when it came out now, but I bought it a while ago. Just playing on 2D, and I gave it a couple of goes, but I knew that there was going to be a VR patch coming out, or it was mooted that there was going to be a VR patch coming out. So I really wanted to just wait and see what that was like, rather than sort of trying to complete the game. I don't know if they'd moved the game on. That was my initial thinking. I don't think they've moved the game on that much, but it is a pretty good game still. You actually get 3 games in one. That's the way they've done it. So it's a collection of Wipeout games. It was pretty good, but I wanted to save it, and I'm so glad I did. The patch came out. Literally, I got up and realised, oh my gosh, they've announced that there's a VR patch for Wipeout. Downloaded it. It took a few minutes, not too long. Put the headset on, and it's been on ever since. Really, the game is unbelievable. It plays at neck break speed, and it is pretty incredible. I don't know how Sony have done it. I mean, they are really pushing the envelope here. They're pushing the PlayStation, to its max in terms of graphics, in terms of audio, in terms of playability and everything else. This game is seriously, the best game I think I've played on VR. Now, for Sony to come out and give this as a free update, a free patch, and not really sort of announce it, I think is a little bit. Yeah, it's an odd one, but it's actually worked quite well. I think this could be the game that makes people go out and really go and buy a headset. But it is everything you dreamed of as a Wipeout fan. I've never been in a game, and every corner, every sort of explosion, every sound, every sort of it's just exciting. It's an exciting game. The cockpit that you sit in looks amazing. I mean, the only area of improvement that I would really love to have seen was that your hands maybe move with the joys, with with the controller, that type of thing, in terms of in the cockpit. It's basically a body, some hands that are just stationary. You know, the model doesn't do anything, where in a lot of games, you know, if you move the controller around, you know, the hands move along with it. It again, all adds with a little bit of immersiveness. But, you know, am I being picky here in every aspect? That yes, because once you're actually racing, to be perfectly honest with you, you don't have time to worry about whether your hands are in the cockpit are moving or not, or anything like that. I can't rate this game highly enough. I think, you know, I don't know how they've done it, because the game looks absolutely beautiful in VR, whereas a lot of games which are similar to this, or, you know, driving games, or games that have got sort of a fair bit of distance sort of for you to look at, you know, they do look blurry. You know, as much as I sort of, you know, enjoy them and I absolutely love VR, they do look a little bit, you know, on the blurry side in the you know, in the distance. Now, I just thought, the same as everybody, that was, you know, because of the resolution of the, you know, the actual headset itself. But Sony have brought this out and they've dismissed all of that. They've just said, this is the standard, this is what you can do with a VR, you know, PlayStation game. There you go. Like I said, any games that come out that don't look as good as this, it's going to be a disappointment. So, like I said, I can't rate this highly enough. This is an absolute gem of a game. It's a must-have if you've got a headset, and if you haven't got a headset, honestly, go and play it. And this is the game that will make you go and buy a headset. Like I've sort of said in previous casts about people that get VR sickness, this is the game that I would have thought, if any game, would give you VR sickness. But it's totally the opposite. There's so many options in the in-game controls that allow you to change the settings so that you know, your cockpit settings, so that you can, you know, have more view of the track, less view of the track. The ship rotates or doesn't rotate, whatever you know, makes you feel less VR sickness. You know, they put it in there. For myself, I like the full, you know, the full meat and veg in my peripherals and everything else. I don't get VR sickness at all, and I can play this game for hours and hours and hours. I get a little bit hot, but I can play this game for hours and it doesn't affect me whatsoever. Now I know there's lots and lots and lots of reviews out there, and they're all very, very complimentary about this game, which is really, really good, because, you know, obviously, you know, I love it, and, you know, I want other people to have a look at it. But I think that's the key, is just go out and have a look at it yourself, see what you think. I'm sure you'll absolutely love it. Ironically, the 2D version is brilliant anyway, but it can be quite tricky to sort of control the ships and all of these things. But what Sony have done, they made it very, very playable, which, again, you know, for a game which is this fast, this sort of hectic, sort of everything's going on. It's a multiplayer. It's you know, you play with all the AI ships around you. Every track is available. Every ship is available. You know, every option is available in the VR mode as well, which I'm absolutely blown away by how good this game is. Now, like I said, if you want to go and get it and sort of see what you can do with this, I can't rate this highly enough. Go and get it, go and play it. It's a must-have. Even if you're not a racer, even if you're not that bothered about racing games, go and get this game. It is brilliant. So anyway, that's my review for Wipeout Amiga Collection on the VR. Now go and get it. Go and get it today. Go and buy it and have a look at it. No, just remember, there's no school like the old school, and I'm the headmaster.